Welcome to 𝗥𝗵𝗲 show. Thank you for tuning in week in and week out to listen, learn, and grow. And growth is what it's all about for entrepreneurs. We are constant, we are evolving, we are growing. So we appreciate you for taking out your valuable time, trusting us with your time this morning and every morning. So today, Ria is going to be taking over the conversation. And before I do bring her on, I just want to welcome all of you. My name is 𝗥𝗵𝗲.
My name is Ria.
And
welcome to our show.
Ria, I'm going to pass the mic to you.
Today's topic is higher returns with less risk. So this is just a general overview of what I'm going to be talking to you in the next couple of days. First is other people's money, or OPM. Second is ROI, or return on investment. And third is IRR, or internal rate of return. So the first lesson, key takeaway from the higher return with less risk is Robert says he has his confidence in the investment. That investment was a 300-unit apartment. Why he has confidence? Because of Robert's partners, Ken and Ross. Now, Ken is the property management and Ross is the real estate developer. Now, another reason why he has confidence is because of the word control. Control is very important. Control over the 300-unit apartment. When Robert speaks of control, he has the control of finding great tenants. He has the control of finding great property managers, and he has control of the financing, great financing. Now, to continue, and this is why Robert is willing to use a lot of leverage, because he believes that risk is low with the 300 apartment unit. And it is this how Robert makes more money and how Robert pays less in taxes when he has the business of this 300 apartment unit. There are three more advanced investment strategies. And these three advanced investment strategies require a higher level of financial intelligence. So that is very important to understand the increasing our financial IQ, because this is how we will make more money. This is how the risk is low, make more money, and pay less in taxes. But it requires higher level of financial IQ. Now, the three advanced leverage strategies are the leverage of OPM, or other people's money. Another advanced leverage strategy is ROI, or return of investment. And the third advanced leverage strategy is the internal rate of return, or IRR. So OPM, or other people's money. There are many ways to use other people's money. Now, with the 300 apartment unit that Robert bought together with his partners, Ross and Ken, Robert used 80% leverage. Now, what does 80% leverage means? So if we remember, for example, 100,000, this is just an example, is the cost of the property. 80,000 is the leverage that Robert used, and this is other people's money coming from the bank. Now, the 20,000 is from Robert's own money. So that's what I mean when Robert used 80% leverage. So 20%, or 20,000 of it, is money from his own pocket. 80%, or 80,000 of it, comes from the leverage of other people's money. OPM or the bank. Now, first of all, the beauty of using the bank's money is it is tax-free money, tax-free. Now, the other benefit of the bank's money are appreciation, income, tax benefits, and amortization. Now, let's look at this. This is me or Robert, or it could be you. This is the bank. When there is an appreciation, all the appreciation, 100% of the appreciation of the property goes to you. The bank gets nothing, zero. The income from your apartments, from your deals, all of the income goes to me. The bank gets nothing of it, zero. The tax benefits, because now we are a business, we get 100% of it. The bank gets zero, nada, zip. Amortization, I get 100% and the bank gets zero. So let me explain what appreciation, income, what tax benefit, and what amortization is, so we have a better understanding of these advantages of owning the property. Again, I'm going to discuss appreciation, income, tax benefits, and amortization, which I, as the owner of the property, gets 100% of them. So what does appreciation mean? Appreciation means it is an increase in the monetary value. So let's say, for example, you bought a home, all right? And the home is worth 100,000. That's it. Let's say, for example, you bought that 10 years ago. And then, let's say 20 years from now, that home, same home, is now worth, let's say, 190,000. So this 190,000 minus 100,000 is a difference of 90,000. So that 90,000 is the appreciation. That is what it means by an increase in monetary value. With a certain time, 10 years, your 100,000 grew to 90,000. So that's what appreciation does. Income. So if you have properties, your tenants pay you rent. They pay you rent. So you have the income. So income is the amount of money and other transfers of the value received over a set period of time in exchange for the services and or products. In this case, if you have a property, then the product is your home, the rental unit. Tax benefits, and this is why I love investing in real estate. Tax benefits refers to any tax law that provides opportunity to reduce my tax bill when I gotta satisfy first certain eligibility requirements. And what do I need to do to satisfy is I've got to be a business, and it should not be a hobby. A business, you will get the tax benefits. If it's just a hobby for you, then you're not gonna get any tax benefits. So tax benefits comes in different forms. They could be tax deduction, tax exclusion, or tax credit. Now, amortization. Amortization is an accounting method. Okay, it is an accounting method for spreading out the cost for use of a long-term asset. So that means it's a home or properties, like in Robert's case, the 300 apartment units, over an expected period. And a lot of times when we have mortgage, the mortgage could be for a single home in America could last you 30 years. You can get a 30-year mortgage. Okay, so that's over an expected period. The long-term asset will provide. The long-term asset is your home. Again, an amortization is an accounting method for spreading out the cost. So it's divided into 30 years a lot of times. It could be 5 years, 7 years, 15 years, but a lot of times we see 30 years here in America. So it's spreading out the cost for use of a long-term asset such as a property over an expected period of time, such as 30 years, the long-term asset or the property will provide. Amortization in a loan shows how the loan's principal balance, it shows how the principal balance owed goes down over time. It means that how your principal goes down. So the amount of money you owed over time, the principal goes down. So it goes down over time as amounts of total principal and interest payment. Now, as the loan progresses, more payment is applied to the principal and less is paid in interest. So let me give you an example. This is a chart showing the amortization schedule. Now, this is year one to year 9. Now, the loan amount, the starting loan amount is $21,000. So in the beginning, just like what this says, in the beginning, you'll pay higher interest in the beginning, and the interest goes down. It gets less over time. The principal in the beginning is less, and over time, over the years, you pay more on the principal. So there is an inverse relation. So at the start of the loan, this is the start date of the loan, the payment, your mortgage goes more onto paying the interest and the less on the principal. However, as you pay over time, over the years, your principal payment is higher and your interest payment gets lower. Now, if you see here, this is the percentage. This is what I mean by higher interest in the beginning, and it gets less as you pay it down over several years. The principal is less in the beginning and starts to get higher as you pay it over time. As you pay it over time. So let's say year one, it's showing 52.5% interest. Your principal is only 47.5. Year two, you pay less of the interest, 49.2. The principal is being paid higher now, from 47 to 50%. On year three, it's 45, so less of the principal and less of the interest. And now the principal is 54.4. So this is getting paid higher. That's what it means by the amortization schedule. So you will see a breakdown over time. 30 years in this example is 9 years, what your interest and principal breakdown is. And you will know, let's say, for example, in this case, at 7 years, because you've paid your principal and interest down, then from 21,000, now after 9 years, you have 7,349,000 left in that you owed mortgage to the bank. Now again, appreciation, income, tax benefits, amortization, me versus the bank. Appreciation for me is 100%. The bank gets 0, nothing. Income, I get all the income if I have apartments, and the bank gets nothing. All I got to pay the bank is its principal and its interest, and I get all the income. Tax benefits, I get 100%. The tax benefits, the tax deduction, the bank gets nothing of it. Amortization, I get 100%. The bank gets nothing. So these are the benefits: appreciation, income, tax benefits, and amortization of owning real properties, apartments. Now, I believe I explained this earlier. So going back to emphasize, this is a property, let's say, for example, 100,000. Okay, that property costs 100,000. Now you want a loan to value, or you want the leverage of 80%. So that means 20,000 is from myself, from my own money, and 80% or 80,000 is a leverage from the bank. And therefore, I'm able to buy this property for 100,000. So I get 100% benefit, and my partner gets nothing. And my partner is the bank. That's why Robert says he's a great partner, because why? All this benefit, 100%, appreciation, income, tax benefit, amortization, I get 100% benefit, but the bank gets nothing, zero. So that's why the bank is a great partner. So we have to respect this, because the bank is a great partner. So we have to pay them on time every time. So that why? They can lend us more money on our next deal. So these are the lessons for today's Stay tuned for Alka and Rhea show. Let me know in the comment section what your one key takeaway is for today.
Rhea, thank you. That was great content, truly needed. And guys, so let us know as to where are you today in your journey in finance. Where's your journey today when it comes to money management? How are you managing your money? Because Rhea, I would think that is the most important, that people really need to know. How are they handling the money? How do they handle money management? Because I mean, it's important that we teach our children when it comes to financial literacy. I'm all about that. I think that's very, very important. But even adults, to know, to understand, that's fundamental. That we need to know what is happening when it comes to finances.
That is very true. There's a saying that goes, it's not the amount of money that you get, it's the amount of money that you get and you deploy. What do you do with the money that you get? How do you use it? How do you make it work harder for you when you're working hard for the money?
Exactly. How do you make money work for you? So let's take, for example, work harder for you. So let's take, for example, a person who wins the lottery, okay, and they have a check for $1 million, and that's amazing, and you can give that to me. But if they get the check for $1 million, most people, because they don't have the know-how, okay, I have this check, what am I supposed to do with that check? And they can easily blow that money. They can easily just, that check has come, but that check has gone. What would you say is the one that should be the step that the person who, when they get checks of this magnitude, they win the lottery, what should they do? What steps should they take to achieving that they do it and they handle it the right way?
I heard if you win a check, right? If you win a lottery, you have two options. Either you can get everything all at one lump sum, or you could spread it out in several years. You have that option. Now, if it was in my case, what I would do if I win the lottery, let's say I do not have any financial intelligence, or I have a little bit of financial intelligence, I would spread it out. Because why? Easy come, easy go. If I receive all the money, let's say, $100 million, oh my God, I could buy this, I could buy that, I could buy so many doodads, I could buy so many luxury. And in a matter of a blink of an eye, the money comes in and the money comes out right away. So if I win the lottery and I only have a little bit of financial intelligence, I would break it down, receive the money in a small little chunk. And then what I would do is I would get financially educated, talk to people who have invested their money in the right way and have made their money multiplied. But what I do is I'll take small chunks of it, because why? It could easily just go away like the wind of time.
Absolutely, 𝗦𝗵𝗲, right? So yeah, you know what? So when you sort of diversify, that's what you mean by spread it out and diversify.
Spread it
Is that
out
what you mean?
means spread it out means you're given. So let's say, for example, you won 100,000 and they give you for a couple of years, let's say 30 years. So per month, they'll give you probably 30,000, 50,000. If you win 100,000 and they spread it out for 30 years, you could be just receiving paycheck of like 30,000 per month. 30,000 is a lot to live by. Okay, if I'm doing my math correctly, or 300,000. I mean, 100 million is a lot to blow. If you, you know, that's a lot of money, right? For me, that's a lot of money. So what I mean by, you know, receiving it every single time is only a certain portion of the 100 million you will receive every month. So if for example, you'll receive 30,000 or 300,000 per month over the next couple of years, it'd be 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. You're not going to get the whole lump sum of $100 million.
Right. Okay, but you know that is such really great information. This conversation was just so needed, and we are so thank you for that. And guys, you know, let us know as to what was your highlight, what was your biggest aha moment, and when you hear what information Ria shared today, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, you know, I wish I need to start doing this. So, what is your aha moment? What was your biggest takeaway? So that you can start to implement. And remember, I always say knowledge is power, but knowledge without the sheer implementation of what we talk with you, the conversations we have with you, whether it comes to your mindset, whether it comes to financials, without the implementation, you will not do anything. So we want you to start taking actions. When you hear us talk, what are you going to do straight away? So this is going to improve your life and business. And this is what we want. So we've come to the end of another amazing show. Thank you for always tuning in week and week out. We appreciate you, and make the rest of the day the best of your day, because you know what? Growth is what it's all about. And we are always constant as entrepreneurs. We are constant. We are evolving. And so make sure that you have the best of your day each and every day. So stay tuned, guys. We will see you the same time tomorrow morning.